Hello guys, it's my pleasure to welcome you to another interesting part of our Photoshop for Beginner, and I hope you guys have learned one or two things in this series. And in today's class, I'm going to show you guys how you can save your file in different file format in Adobe Photoshop. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to show you guys how you can save your file in PSD file format. So all you have to do is to come to the Home tab here, and you go to File, and come to Save As. Right, so you need to locate where you want to save your file, and now I'm going to save this file in my desktop, so I have to click on desktop. So I've been click on desktop, then I have to change the name of the file. So this one here, I'm going to name it Photoshop Experiment File. Okay, so I'm going to name this one. Okay, now you have to make sure that from the file type here you maintain PSD, Photoshop PSD, PDD, and PSTD. You have to make sure that you maintain that, so that by the time you want to reopen the file in Adobe Photoshop, you will be able to open the file. So once you are done with these things, you have to come down below here and click on Save. Then you come here and click on OK. So down below here, your file is going to proceed, and it's going to, you can see DOC. That means the file has been fully saved, and we have achieved the PSD file. So how do you save your file in JPEG? There are two ways by which you can save your file in JPEG. One of the first ways is that you come to Home tab here, click on File, and choose Save As. So when you choose Save As, you can see we have the file name already. The next thing you have to do is to come to the file type and look for JPEG. Okay, this is JPEG format. Then you come here, click on Save. Now from the very point here, you need to be very much careful here. For instance, if you want your picture, your JPEG format to be in higher resolution, make sure the quality is on the maximum. If you want the quality of the picture to be very poor, make sure you choose low version. So you see that the number here is going to be reduced from 12 to 3. But in most cases, the most important thing and very good thing is to export your file in higher resolution. So in this regard, I'm going to make this all 12% maximum. You can as well drag the slider from small file to large file. Then make sure you click on OK once you are done with all the settings. So from the bottom here, you see that the file will be processed and saved as DOC, right? So another way by which you can save your file in JPEG format is you can come to the Home tab here, click on File, and look for Export, then look for Save for Web. Okay. So you need to wait for some minutes to load the preview of the file you want to save. Okay. All right, so we can see the preview here. So you can come down below here to click on this minus icon here so that you see the full picture of what you are trying to export in JPEG. Now, when you try to export, there are two methods by which you can export. You can export as JPEG or you can export as PNG file. But in this regard, the most good way to export for web display is to choose PNG file format. But if you choose JPEG file format, it's not really good for web display, most especially when you are designing a web banner. So you need to make sure that whenever you are export, you all have to choose PNG file format. So in this regard, you have to come to the top here. You see where you have a PNG, click on the drop down and then you can choose JPEG. So when you choose JPEG, this is going to reload. Then you can see the file size here is 732 point something, and then make sure that the quality here is 100. So if you click on here, you see it's 100. But if you load the quality, the file size is going to be reduced. Okay, let's say for instance I load the quality from 100 to 49. So you can see the file size here has been reduced to 133.2 kg. But low quality for every export in design is very bad. All right, so we have to increase it back to 100%, and you can see it is JPEG 100%. And now, so the file is ready to export as a JPEG. So you have to come down below here and click on save. So when you click on save, you can name this, since we have one JPEG already, you can name this 01 and click on save. All right, so another thing now is that if you are, let me just explain web graphic. For instance, if this is going to be uploaded on the internet, let's say I want to upload it on my profile, on my portfolio online, or you want to upload it on your website. So the very good file format to choose for this type of graphic is PNG file format or GIF. So let's go. The next thing you have to do is to come to the home tab here, go to file, still the same process, go to exports and save for web or so. Now you need to come here. From JPEG, you need to change back to PNG -24. All right, so you can see this is a PNG format, and you can see we still maintain the higher resolution, and you can see the file size here is 1.694 megabytes, which is very much larger than when we save it in JPEG. So this one here is very good for web upload. You have to come down below here and click on save, and we can call this one PNG. Okay, then we click on save. All right, so another way to save your file in Photoshop is what we call Eps File. When you save your file in Eps File, this simply means that the file can still be used and to reproduce a graphics. For instance, you save your file in Eps File, you can still use that particular file on CorelDRAW and Illustrator. So let's see how we save our file in Eps File. Next thing you have to do is to come to the file here and save as. Then you have to come to the file type and choose EPS, Photoshop EPS. So when you choose Photoshop EPS, you have to come down below here and click on Save. Then you have to come here and make sure everything looks good, and okay, click on OK. So the document is going to prepare. You can see it here, and it's going to be fully saving. So we have it saved already as Eps file. So this simply means that this Eps file, we can still use it in CorelDRAW and we can still use it in Adobe Illustrator. So let's see how we can save our file in PDF. So we have to come to still the same process, go to File and Save As. Then you have to come here and choose, look for PDF. You see PDF Photoshop. And now in this regard, this PDF Photoshop is, you can as well use it to open, when you open it in another Photoshop, you are still going to maintain the same file layers. All the layers is going to open up when you open this PDF file in a Photoshop, which is, this simply means that you can still edit some layers if you want to edit the particular PDF. So now you come here and click on Save. You can see, and choose on Save. Click on OK. Now here you need to do some settings here. You need to make sure that this is on higher resolution. You can see for modify in case you want to edit the PDF in future, and click on Save PDF. Then here you click on Yes. Boom. So now another way by which you can save your file, I think we still need to talk about another format for PNG file. So you have to come to the Home tab here, click on File and Save As, and come here, select File Type and then look for PNG. You can see it here, PNG file, and click on Save. Then here, click on OK. Good. So another way to save your file in Photoshop is what we call TIFF. TIFF file is always used in print design. Most especially if you want to print your design, if you don't want to print direct from PDF, you can as well save your file in TIFF. So all you have to do is to come to the file here from the Home tab, click on File, then look for Save As, and come here and look for TIFF. Okay, we have it down below here, TIFF. Okay, so you click on Save. Then this is make sure you can save TIFF in JPEG. You can see JPEG compression is not supported in other TIFF ready this and that, and use JPEG compression. Click on No. So this simply means that if we save this file in JPEG, we will not be able to edit. You can leave it in non-format so that by the time you want to edit, you can do one or two things with the file. Then come here and then click on OK. You can see including layers, we increase the file size. Click on OK. Good. So finally, there is a way you can save your file in a multiple file on a single PDF format. How do we do that? So I will open a PSD file now. So I will have to go to my file and click on open. So I will look for one of PSD file. Let me just choose this and click on open. Okay, now we have two files here, two PSD file here, one here, then the other one is here. So we want to compress these two files on a single piece PDF format. How do we do that? You have to come to File and look for Export. Oh, sorry, we have to look for Automate. Yeah, Automate. From Automate, look for PDF Presentation. Now this pops up. Here, you need to come here, Add Open File. Make sure you check on that. Now you can see we have the two files from our PDF and PSD. We have Photoshop Experiment File 1 and the Importation PSD. So the two files is going to compress into a single PDF format. So you have to come here and make sure you can change background color if you like, but in this regard, I leave it in white background color, and make sure multi-page document is selected. Okay, then you click on Save. Okay, so here you can save it in your desktop, and we name this one multiple PDF. Okay, then we click on Save. All right, so from the point here, you need to set up, make sure that this is on higher quality print modify, and you come here, you choose the size of Adobe you want to use to open the PDF file. You can reduce the file if you don't have the higher version of PDF 1.4. So just choose any one that you know you have that can open the PDF file. But in this regard, I will leave it in 1.4. So that means any file higher or lower than any file higher than PDF file 1.4, it will open on the Acrobat. So now I will click on Save PDF. So that is the end, guys, and this is how you can save your file in different file formats in Adobe Photoshop. And I hope you guys learn one or two things in this Photoshop beginner guide, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thanks for watching, and see you soon. Bye.